colleges. So we thought we needed like a funny tagline to get the students in. So we thought, give the dog a bone.
So it's quite young people.
Yeah, they're quite young people, so we thought they might find it funny, so they might get interested at the start. So we've got the prizes. You've got to move around the snakes and ladders board with the bone counter, and then obviously the dog model will be better than that.
But the person who wins is the one who gives the dog their bone. So our challenge was where to get help in the library, and we kind of expanded that to be finding reliable and relevant online resources.
Yep. So when you start, we have like a few places that you get on where you can just move forward one square, because we realised at the beginning that it doesn't work if the person next to you hasn't moved at all yet, because you ask the question to the person next to you when you get a card. So then the cards come in, so we've got blue, whatever that is.
Got finding, evaluating,
we've got green and purple, so we've got finding, evaluating and using resources. So say that you've got one of the cards, you don't actually answer the question yourself, you ask the person to your left and they answer the question, and then they can move forward or back based on that, on their answer to the question. So you do your go first with dice and move forward, and then if you land on a question card, you ask the person next to you the question.
Do you move forward then, or do they move forward?
You move forward when you roll the dice. So if you roll 2, then you move forward 2. But then if you land on one of these ones with the colours on, you have to pick the card, and then you ask, it's the person next to you ask, and they move forward or back based on their answer to the card.
And if you landed on a question card with that move forward or back, you just ignore it, because we realised that would make it really complicated.
Some of the questions are things like, you're not sure how to find a journal article, what would you do? And then there's like multiple choice answers. So ask a friend, Google it, ask a librarian, and then like if they choose ask a librarian, then they can move forward one space, and then everything else has no effect.
Unless it was a bad.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah,
there
you might have to move
are wrong
backwards.
decisions. So it's what's the least reliable out of the following resources: textbooks, an academic journal article, or Wikipedia. So if you choose Wikipedia, you move forward one space, but if you choose either of the others, you move back one.
The questions are pretty obvious, because we wanted them to just be learning, because they're obviously quite young, so they don't necessarily have much of an initial idea going into it about what reliable resources are.
Yeah, we just wanted it to be like an introductory game for maybe young people who are just learning about reliability for the first time.
Do you sort of see it as a game that you would set and play with a group of students, or something that you just give to them to?
Well, we were thinking that if you had like a whole class, because it's probably going to work best with like 3 to 5 players. So if you had quite a big class, you could give each, you could split them into groups of 3 or 4 and give them their own board and pieces and stuff. But
And then just
obviously it
circulate
depends.
around. And
Yeah,
make sure
but
that
obviously it
they-
depends on like cost and things for materials as well, like what your budget is for that, and prizes at the end and things like that.
Any other questions?